Another challenge for the Green Hornet. His aide, Cato, and their rolling arsenal, the Black Beauty. On police records, a wanted criminal, the Green Hornet is really Britt Mead, owner-publisher of the Daily Sentinel. His dual identity known only to his secretary and to the district attorney. And now, to protect the rights and lives of decent citizens, rides the Green Hornet.
Shut up, fellow. We want to hear the horn. Carpal tunnel syndrome, huh? Hurts my hands just listening. Yeah, you right. What a lead-in. A couple of legends. Jumbo, Big Al Hurt. And there was Mr. Drew Brees, number 9. Oh, so fine, number 9. Corey Johnson with you on a Thursday afternoon. I don't know what to tell you. Sunshine in the morning, lunchtime, and then rain in the afternoon. It's almost like that movie with, who was that? Steve Martin, the Los Angeles meteorologist. He finally wanted to go on a vacation, so he taped the weekend weather forecast, and it rained. He got fired. You could just do the rinse and repeat gimmick, huh? Sunshine in the morning, rain after lunch. And then like a 50-50, you get it at night or overnight. Anyway, I don't mind the rain in July and in August because if that morning sunshine gimmick stayed throughout the day, right now I'd be going 95 degrees, feels like 108. It's already hot enough in the Metro New Orleans Gulf Coast region. Corey Johnson with you. You know, from Houston, Texas, another worthless fact coming your way. From Houston, Texas to basically Panama City, Florida, maybe a little bit farther east, maybe, Gainesville-ish, not quite Jacksonville, maybe almost to Jacksonville. That corridor from Houston, the I-10 corridor, Houston, Lake Charles, Lafayette, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Gulfport, Biloxi, Mobile, Pensacola, Destin, Metro Destin area, Panama City, and beyond, the most rainfall in the country. 60, 65 inches a year, somewhere in that range. We're right smack dab in the middle of it. We definitely get our share of that stuff. And it can come down hard. You saw that flooding in St. Louis? Cars underwater, a few feet of water on the street. Just incredible flooding. They had like 6 or 7 inches drop in a few hours. I'm like, that's what we kind of get all the time down here. San Diego, as a reference point, they get about 10, maybe 15 inches of rain annually. It's crazy. A Thursday afternoon edition of the program, a ton to talk about. DA Jason Williams found not guilty on all 10 federal tax fraud counts. DA Jason Williams found not guilty on all 10 federal tax fraud counts. Now, nothing would have surprised me. I had no idea where this was going. Some, none, all, no clue what that jury was thinking. But a pretty quick ending to a trial that some thought could go 2 or 3 weeks, I guess about 10 days. Joe Raspanti has been following this, New Orleans attorney, Fox 8 News legal analyst. Joe Raspanti is going to join us in a few minutes. We'll find out exactly what went down and his take. DA Jason Williams can continue to be district attorney. I got an email today. Corey at CoreyTalks.com. Corey, K-A-A-R-E, Corey at CoreyTalks.com. Got an email today saying, next mayor. I mean, I'll tell you what, early on right now, it's Helena Moreno, it's J.P. Morrell, it's Oliver Thomas, it's Jason Williams. Any of all of them can, might, may not. They could all run, all viable candidates. They will immediately get funding. They will get monetary backing. any of those four. I don't know who's the best, who's going to win, who's going to get the most money. There might be some other candidates that pop up. There will be other candidates that pop up. Someone we're not even thinking of. And again, none of those folks are saying they're running for mayor. It's years away. But Jason Williams found guilty. He's no longer a lawyer. He's no longer DA. He's not running for any office for at least 5 years. Jason Williams officially found not guilty on all 10 tax fraud counts, acquitted on all charges. Continue practicing law, continue to be district attorney in the city of New Orleans. Boy, Cassie Sherm is doing a fantastic job. This young investigative reporter working under the wings of Travers Mackle and the WDSU Channel 6 investigative reporting team. Anyway, all kidding aside, Cassie Sherm is a pit bull. Seriously, this blonde, you don't want to put the collar on her. You need the whole harness to hold her back. She's just, but totally fair and real journalism. I respect the hell out of it. But she is, I don't want to say relentless. It's refreshing. She's asking the mayor or the mayor's spokespeople the correct questions. Go follow her on Twitter. She's got like 300 folks today, Jason. Watch. In about 2 or 3 weeks, a month, she's going to have 3,000. No, just a fantastic job on this story. She had a public records request, which anyone can do online with the city of New Orleans. It is a public records request. It's not just up to the media to do it. Lots of citizens request stuff. She requested the Switzerland expenses, the Paris, the French Riviera expenses. So far, she got the flight, just the mayor's flight to Switzerland. 4 legs on that flight. Now, I guess you could fly first class New Orleans to Atlanta sometime, somewhere on a plane. But I think most of those flights are coach. Most of those flights are just, standard fare, low fare. The mayor flew New Orleans to Atlanta, coach, whatever. And then the other 3 legs of the trip there and back, all first class. Her plane ticket to go to Switzerland, Mayor Latoya Cantrell's plane ticket to go to this sister city agreement, cost taxpayers $10,000, 10 grand. 10 grand. And after Atlanta, all the way to Switzerland and then Switzerland back to New Orleans, all first class. All first class. The priciest seats available, lay flat bed, just living it up on the taxpayer's dime to the tune of $10,000. So when you're stressing out about, the energy bill, or you're worried about crime in your neighborhood, carjacking, potholes, schools cranking up in a month, you're going to get a good school, the kid's going to learn anything, economic opportunity. Think about the mayor spending 10 grand just to fly to Switzerland and back, and getting the ticket late when it's expensive, just unorganized, flying by the seat of her pants, brazen, in your face, screw you, and then spending top dollar, flying first class instead of, hey, let's go the slowest way. The give me coach the whole route. I'm trying to save the city of New Orleans as much as possible to go on this junket. But it's like, man, I'm going to go on the junket. We're going to go first class the whole route. If I'm going, we're going to spend all the money. No, this is crazy. First class to Singapore is like $20,000 to $25,000 on a plane for one person, round trip. New Orleans to Singapore, Google it. It's like 22, 23 grand, somewhere in between 20 and 25,000. You think the mayor's going to fly coach to Singapore? Ticket's going to be double what Cassie Sherm at Channel 6 did, getting that public records request. 10 grand. First class, 3 of the 4 legs, $10,000 of taxpayer money to fly to Switzerland. Holy cow. Big story of the day. DA Jason Williams found not guilty on all 10 federal tax fraud counts. Acquitted on all charges. Jason Williams, acquitted. Hey, every day this program brought to you by the Lamarck Automotive Complex and more. I always talk about the Lamarck Automotive Complex on the car corner, Williams Boulevard and I-10 in Kennebra, right on the corner, right on the price. Over $50 million invested. It's all brand new. It's all state-of-the-art. But Ronnie truly is bridging the gap. You got the Lamarck Automotive Complex, Lamarck Ford, Lamarck Lincoln, number one. And then over on the river side of Jefferson Parish, Lamarck Crescent City Ford in Elmwood, Harahan, Jefferson Highway at Horde, right before Hickory. Lamarck Crescent City Ford in Harahan. And, of course, the big store, the Lamarck Automotive Complex in Kennebra.
What actually lasts a lifetime? Not much, but at Helm Paint, we have something guaranteed to last a lifetime. Benjamin Moore's Regal Select. This paint and primer in one offers cutting-edge waterborne technology, smooth application, and long durability. Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore, your New Orleans paint store.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spots. NolaAC.com, your cool spots.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen. The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, the premier day spa experience, now with 4 area locations. Canal at Carrollton, on the North Shore and Slidell, in Baton Rouge by the Mall of Louisiana, and now in Metairie, West Esplanade at Transcontinental. The Woodhouse Day Spa.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
This is what Drew Brees thinks about Super Discount Store in Chalmette. Actually, Brees doesn't think at all about Super Discount Store, but they do have the lowest prices allowed by Louisiana law for beer, alcohol, and wine. Super Discount Store in Chalmette. Super Discount Store!
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com. Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, fuller part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
When you think of Fury's Restaurant in Metairie, you think about fresh local fish like flounder, snapper, and speckled trout, fried, broiled, or grilled. Fury's Restaurant in Metairie.
For home surveillance, it's Tommy's Lock and Alarms, with high-definition night vision surveillance systems letting you see what's going on. Home surveillance that's smart, safe, secure. Tommy's Lock and Alarms. Google them.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models, and it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof, now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anyway. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
Yeah, you right, Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson back at you. Rouse's Market's phone lines are open, 504-766-9480. 504-766-9480. The exact total on the airfare for the mayor, $9,810.07. She flew. There were 4 legs to the flight, 3 of the 4. Everything but New Orleans to Atlanta to start, and there probably wasn't a first-class seat available or even, an option for one. The rest of the travel, all first class, $10,000 to go to Switzerland and back. $10,000 on the city's dime. Unreal, brazen. That's a big story. The bigger story, DA Jason Williams found not guilty on all 10 federal tax fraud counts. Time to get back to work and fight crime in New Orleans. Joe Raspanti, New Orleans attorney, Fox 8 legal analyst, has been joining us on the program since this trial started. He's with us again on the final day. How you doing, Joe?
Well, I'm doing just fine. I think they want me to talk again at 5 o'clock, and then they'll finally let me go home from this place. I've been here since Tuesday afternoon, waiting for these verdicts that finally came in.
You're over on Doc Francis Parkway by the I-10, the Fox 8 facility, I'm guessing.
That's right. All
right, we'll check you out on the tube later. What are you saying on Fox 8? What are you saying right out the gate?
Well, as I say with everybody, when somebody's found not guilty, that's it. They should be, we should move on. Jason's got a lot of things to fill up his plate. As much as he probably said, I've compartmentalized, he probably could never have, gotten this off the front of his thought processes, this trial. So now it's behind him. So I wish him well. I really do. And I want him to start prosecuting some people and go from there. But this was a case, not even in hindsight. This, we talked about it. Some of those charges were, they weren't the strongest in the world. And then he had, as I told you, the weakest witness I've ever seen in the world, and a prosecutor who I think was out of her element. She didn't have home court advantage, no pun intended. And all those things together, we probably got the correct verdict. So that's where we are now. You
right out the gate, before anything started, you said, Corey, it's these prosecutors from the Southwest District from Lafayette selecting the jury. They're at a disadvantage because the local attorneys, the defense, selecting local jurors, they know the local folks. You said that right off the bat, yep. And that, along with every step of the way, appeared to be true. They were kind of uncomfortable. The first witness, you said it's supposed to be like a dance, and there was no dance going on with
right. This guy, he was actually, they had like one short IRS witness first, but this guy was their main person, and he was just horrible, Mr. Timothy, the tax preparer, and she, I want to give her, I don't like, like I said, the man in the arena. I'm not here to criticize other lawyers trying cases. Trying cases are tough.
Yep.
And witnesses sometimes, I think the guy was, the moment was a little too big for him, maybe.
Yep.
I mean, he had to admit to being a liar because he was. But, I mean, that's not unusual. You get people who committed crimes to come in and testify against other people who you're alleging committed crime. So that's not unusual. But this guy just fumbled and mumbled on direct examination, which should be, like I said, the minuet between you and the prosecutor. And that should not go poorly. but that went poorly. And then the cross-examination was biblically poor, and I think that they never recovered. They could never recover from that, and they didn't. She had a nice closing argument, but I think the horse had left the barn by then. And, they deliberated for quite some time, but you don't know if it was just one person holding out for guilty, or who knows?
No, you have no idea. Well, we might find out some of that when some juries
maybe,
possibly.
maybe not.
Maybe, yeah. Joe Raspanti's with us. DA Jason Williams found not guilty on all 10 tax fraud counts. Joe, do you? I don't want to take anything away from the defense, but when they don't call any witnesses and they rest the way they did, it kind of just yells, boy, the feds didn't do anything to make us have to defend ourselves. They didn't prove any points. And apparently that's true. To all 10 counts, acquitted on all charges.
Yeah, sometimes you have reasons to not put on a defense. Because, like your client has convictions that will come out in cross-examination, or your client's kind of a dumb guy, who's going to easily make mistakes. And neither was those in this particular case. I'll tell you, there may have been some other issues, but they made the decision, and I get it. It was a risk, but they made the decision because the prosecution didn't do a very good job, and they didn't have a lot of connections between them. But what I think is ironic, and Lee Zirk and I were talking about this a week and a half ago. I said, Lee, if you bet me, and I don't want to sound like the Monday morning quarterback, but we did have this conversation. So if you bet me and you told me one of the Burdett and Jason Williams, one of them's going to get found not guilty and one of them's going to get tagged with some guilty, who would you say gets tagged? And I said, I think Burdett's going to be the one to get tagged. And she did. And
why? What made
closing
you think
arguments,
that?
Jason's defense attorney took a couple of pot shots at her. So I think Miss Burdett, in hindsight, may say, wow, I stood up to him. I wanted to protect Jason, and I sure accomplished that, but to my detriment.
Wow. Joe Raspanti's with us. Hey, Joe, the naysayers, the folks that think it's like a witch hunt, they're going to say, they're going to feel justified. And those that think Jason Williams is guilty are going to think the feds dropped the ball on this. What do you think, just your feeling on this? Do you think Jason Williams did anything wrong from the information you don't know, from what you know, or you don't know?
I don't know, but I'll say this. There's a word I can't, chicken excrement, I guess I can say on the radio. These charges were, some would call it petty. Okay, these charges about the tax. Oh, you got a cashier's check and it was over $10,000. Quite frankly, I didn't know a cashier's check would be deemed as cash for these types of statutes. And as far as doing stuff on your tax returns, I think everybody in the world can say, but by the grace of God, go I. Everybody tries to figure out something that maybe they went too far.
How should this have been handled then instead of an indictment?
Well, what the defense is going to say, what Jason and Jason's lawyer is going to say is he should have been persecuted civilly. They should have put a lien on his house. They should
just go after the money, and then he can go to trial there to protect himself if he doesn't feel it's right. No, I got you. That's instead of the criminal charges. Well, how do you think they convinced the grand jury? What was the thing that put it over with the grand jury?
Oh, you can convince a grand jury just about anything. Quite frankly, they didn't, they broke the statute, okay? The issue is, did they do it intentionally? They didn't pay their taxes. They did take deductions that were not correct and broadly so. They didn't fill out the 80 forms that they needed to fill out on the cash payments. But did they? But to prove that they had this big guilty knowledge and guilty intent, they failed on that. But you can get grand juries to do a lot of things.
No, I hear you. Joe Raspanti's with us. That answers a lot. I love those answers, Joe. Anything we're missing on this?
Well, it's going to be a sad day for this young lady, Miss Burdett, who I think decided and was told we're going to fight this together, and et cetera. Now, she's going to lose her license for sure. And unless she wins on an appeal, but
so you're basically saying, Jason, were they separate lawyers? Are they together on it? I mean,
no, they had separate lawyers,
but going on at the exact same time.
She had a whole separate indictment, a 4-count indictment about her personal. What she got convicted of was her personal finance.
Gotcha.
So it was a totally separate deal, which it was hard to even follow along with. But her situation is now carved out, and I don't think she's going to get. I mean, this, as much as I've criticized this prosecutor, she tried a fairly clean case. I mean, as far as having appealable issues, I don't know. Maybe so, but it's going to be tough. So she may have to turn in her law license very soon. And may have to do jail time.
Hey, Joe, always a pleasure. You're coming up a little after 5 on Fox 8?
I think so, and then I hope to get to go home because I got my own cases to do.
Thank you for all the help the last week and a half, by the way.
No problem, Corey. You're my boy.
Yep. Hi,
man.
Thanks, Joe.
I'll talk to you. Bye-bye.
All right, man. That's Joe Raspanti. You can check him out in a little while on Fox 8, and we definitely owe him. Yeah, you right. A Thursday afternoon. Corey Johnson with you. DA Jason Williams acquitted on all charges, found not guilty on all 10 federal tax fraud counts. Mayor LaToya Cantrelle, Casey Sherm from Channel 6, an investigative reporter, doing a great job, asking the right questions to the mayor's spokesperson, and making the right public records requests. The mayor's trip to Switzerland, the mayor did it 3 of the 4 legs first class, $9,810, $10,000 for the mayor to fly to Switzerland, 3 of the 4 legs. New Orleans to Atlanta, the only one, that little hour jaunt was in coach. Everything else first class. $10,000 flight to Switzerland. LaToya, the destroyer. She don't care.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes, a magazine as unique as you.
Custom window treatments can enhance the look and value of your home. At Helm Paint and Decorating, we're proud to offer custom plantation-style window shutters by Scandia. Perfect for any window, including large frames, French doors, sliding doors, and arches. American-made SL300 shutters are available in many colors to match your personal decor. We'll come out to measure, and you'll receive fast delivery. Plus, they're virtually maintenance-free.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore led us steer you in the right direction.
Helm Paint and Supply.
For home surveillance, it's Tommy's Lock and Alarms. With smart home technology, control lights, locks, cameras, thermostat, and your alarm, all from your phone or laptop. Smart, safe, secure. Tommy's Lock and Alarms. Google them.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Kanye West was seen shopping at Super Discount Store in Chalmette.
I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google.
Okay, I think Kanye was talking about something else entirely. Super Discount Store on Paris Road in Chalmette.
Enjoy outdoor dining on the streetcar line, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe, the finest in Middle Eastern cuisine, Carrollton at Jeanette, Lebanon's Cafe.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex, there's something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We do in all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience. Right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
Did you know Rouse's sells only Angus beef?
Angus beef's natural marbling means more succulence and flavor. Whether you choose Rouse's USDA Prime, Choice, or Select, it'll be only Angus beef when you get it at Rouse's. Tastes like home.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the calamari fritti or spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch Monday to Friday, dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets, a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro.
Yeah, you right, Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson with you. Every day we broadcast live on the radio, live on television, live on the internet device. We're on YouTube, live. Go to that search bar, put in Neutral Ground Corey Johnson. You're there. And click to subscribe. It don't cost nothing. Every day we broadcast live from the Buddy Diliberto River City's Total Maintenance Studios. If you need air conditioning help, River City's Total Maintenance is there. Fair and Honest Lucas and the boys. Air conditioning experts that come right now. They get it. It's summertime in New Orleans. It's summertime on the Gulf Coast. If your AC's not working, you're miserable. You want it fixed yesterday. No waiting. That's what River City's Total Maintenance is all about. You can find them at 841-3300. Pretty easy number to remember, 841-3300. Best way to find them, easiest way to find them, NolaAC.com. They are New Orleans air conditioning outfit, NolaAC.com. That's how you find Fair and Honest Lucas and the boys at River City's Total Maintenance. Every day we broadcast live from the Buddy Diliberto River City's Total Maintenance Studios, NolaAC.com if you need air conditioning help. A lot going on in the city of New Orleans. Rouse's Markets phone lines are open, 504-766-9480. 504-766-9480. I got some $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates to give away in a second. DA Jason Williams found not guilty on all 10 federal tax fraud counts. Acquitted on all charges. Jason Williams not guilty on all charges. Cassie Sherm, investigative reporter for Channel 6, doing a masterful job covering the mayor and just asking legitimate questions and doing the correct public records requests and being relentless, because the city will just come back and say, don't have that, that's not available. You have to keep refining the request. Oh, you meant that dinner. It's ridiculous. Anyway, she requested Switzerland expenses. So far, all she received is one item, and it is a bombshell. If this is the first thing the city's going to release for the mayor's Switzerland trip, my God, the hotel room and dinners and things of that nature are going to be off the charts, I'm guessing. It was 4-leg flight to get to Switzerland and back to New Orleans. On 3 of the 4 legs, the mayor flew first class, something I would think many of us have never done. I've never flown first class in my life. Have you ever flown first class, Jason? Jason's saying no. I screwed up one time, Jason. I had a ticket. I had upgraded and paid like $75 more, like because I moved to another time. And then when I got to the airport, they're like $45 more bucks. You can fly first class. I was like, screw it. I paid too much already. But I should have paid the $45 to fly first class. That was my only opportunity. Now you can upgrade all the time, but for more money. I'm sure I'll fly first class one day. Look forward to that. The mayor did it on 3 of the 4 legs to and from Switzerland. Got the plane ticket, I don't know, about 10 days out from the trip, very late. It was $10,000, $10,000 for just the mayor's ticket. She brought along 3 flunkies from her office. I shouldn't say 3 flunkies, 3 folks from her office. They're listed. She brought along 3 to the French Riviera from her office. I mean, I don't know if they all sat with the mayor or all those tickets $10,000, or it's like, hey, I'm going to sit first class. You guys go back and coach. But 3 more people from her office that went on the sister city agreement, paid for by the city. So $10,000 just for the mayor's ticket alone. Just brazen and obnoxious. No, I'm not flying coach. I'm not worried about a budget. It's on the city's dime, not me. I'm not paying for it. Someone else is paying for it, and I don't care what it costs. I want first class the whole way. There may not have been first class available or even offered New Orleans to Atlanta. That's the only leg the mayor flew coach. Everything else first class. $10,000 on the city's dime just to fly the mayor to Switzerland and back. Just insane. Getting the ticket from an agency out of Metairie, it's crazy. Instead of an Orleans Parish agency, right? I mean, that's not that important, but that's just odd. And then getting it late where it's more expensive, just no planning. The mayor just does not care. Just sticking it in your face. And the folks that are most adversely affected, poor and lower middle class black folks that live in the 7th, 8th, and 9th Ward. 50+% of the crime, violent criminals with the woke policing, not so much the NOPD, but judges and the DA, letting criminals out on the street, giving them a 20th chance, and they go in your neighborhood and shoot it up. $10,000. The mayor is flying first class to Switzerland and back for no reason except a trip for her on the city's dime. Period. End of story. It's called a junket. That's obnoxious. Great work, Cassie Sherman. Asked the mayor's spokesman today, will the mayor be making any sister city trips to Africa this year? We don't know. We don't have any comment. But the mayor's going to Africa like next month. I'll bet you the mayor will be in Africa before the summer is out, before the summer is up. What a great question by Cassie Sherman. What a terrible answer. Africa, sister city. Why do you even bring that up, Cassie? No, we have no plans for something like that. Instead, it's like no comment, like it's happening. Unbelievable. The LMA, the Lakefront Management District, they're going to vote on the Pontchartrain Beach Foundation's proposal tonight, that $15 million project to redo Pontchartrain Beach, which includes an admission charge, $5 for kids, $10 for adults, to maintain the $15 million upgraded beach investment. You got to maintain the investment. Can't just do it and then leave it alone. It takes care of itself. The opposite. It'll be like the lakefront on the 4th of July. Piles of crawfish and trash and all kind of crap left on the beach. Now, I like the $5 and $10. You don't get drifters and just folks roaming into the beach. It's going to have hours, so it closes and opens again. I mean, I wish it were just a wide open beach, but it's a small, confined area. And yeah, it would get abused like the lakefront does, which is a much bigger area. And it just gets totally devastated with garbage, trash, litter when folks go out. A lot of New Orleanians just do not care. Anyway, the LMA, the Lakefront Management District, is going to vote tonight on the Pontchartrain Beach Foundation's proposal to redo Pontchartrain Beach. Hope it gets the green light. I hope Lincoln Beach is next with a similar project. The Marriott Hotel, if you drive by at night downtown, they're lighting up rooms to, old school. They didn't bring in 2022 lighting. They're just lighting up the rooms like they did back in the 50s and 60s. Big 50, 50 years of the Marriott Hotel since 1972. New Orleans has just a handful of 1,000 room hotels, 1,000+ room hotels. The Marriott's one of them, 1,333 rooms. I believe the second largest hotel in the city, the Marriott with the tall 42-story tower, built in 1972. And then that smaller tower finished maybe around 80-ish or so. Boy, One Shell Square opened in 1972. The 51-story building, over 1 million square feet of office space, almost 700 feet tall. That's a couple of big buildings. 42-story Marriott Hotel on Canal Street, and right around the block on Poydras, the 51-story One Shell Square, both in 1972. Boy, 1972 to like 1982. That like 10-year period, 10, 12 years, the 70s into the 80s. 90% of the CBD we see right now, the modern buildings built in that era. Like 40 years, the same skyline. 40 years ago, New Orleans had a hell of a skyline compared to a lot of cities around the country. I'd say like a top 10 skyline, modern glass buildings. It was 40 years ago. Not a lot different in 40 years with New Orleans skyline. Nothing really noticeable from afar. Nothing where you go, wow, look at that big old building sticking up, or that part of the city's developed. That's kind of sad. That's stagnant. I talk about it all the time. We've been stagnant for a long, long time. Got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate for you. Name a hotel that's got over 1,000 rooms like the Marriott. I got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate for you. No, not in Las Vegas, in New Orleans. Name a hotel that's got over 1,000 rooms, and I've got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate for you. 50 big bucks at one of the 4 area Woodhouse Day Spas. A 5th location coming online in a few months in Mandeville. Rouse's Market's phone lines to participate, 504-766-9480. 504-766-9480. Love to hear from you. Mobile, Alabama. Got news for you. Good news for those guys. Fausto's Italian Bistro on Vets for dinner tonight. What a great call. And with the cloud cover, maybe some outdoor dining. It might be comfortable. Some of the city's best Sicilian and Italian. Tonight for dinner, Fausto's Italian Bistro on Vets.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see. What about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamarck team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamarck Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Which Metro New Orleans area restaurant made CNN's top 50 in America and ThrillList.com's top 25 and has served presidents at the White House for over 40 years? Trey Yen in Mandeville.
Rouse's Markets means convenience. Every one of our 65 locations opens at 7 a.m., some at 6:30, and they're open until 10 p.m., with some staying open till 11 or even midnight. Convenience. Rouse's Markets. Tastes like home.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Have a painting project but can't decide on the perfect color? At Helm Paint and Decorating, we offer half-pint paint samples in any Benjamin Moore color for under $5, so you can test potential paint colors before investing in a full gallon.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Recently, Kim Kardashian was seen at Super Discount Store in Chalmette.
Let's party.
Can you think of any other celebrities that won't sue us? Super Discount Store in Chalmette. The lowest prices allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and cold beer. 3235 Paris Road.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the calamari fritti or spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch Monday to Friday, dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets, a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
The city's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa with 4 area locations: New Orleans, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and Metairie. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. NOLA.woodhousespas.com.
That's ridiculous. Jason and I are in the green room watching the show. Oh, wait, we're back. Maybe we should get out of the green room and re-enter the Buddy Deliberto River City's Total Maintenance Studios and get the program on the air again. Look at this, Jason. I'm telling you, Blue Boy the Basset sheds more than Tolly the Australian Shepherd. It's ridiculous. Everyone thinks Tolly, the big furry Australian Shepherd, sheds like crazy. He doesn't. Blue Boy, the little short-haired Basset Hound, he just sheds like a machine. Outside, he'll be laying in the grass in the sun, and I'll just be rubbing his back. And if there's a slight breeze, you can just see the fur just floating off. I'm like, holy smokes. If I keep this up, this dog will be bald. It'll be Pink Blue Boy. We'll call him Pinky. Thursday afternoon edition of the program. Thanks for joining us. Rouse's Markets phone lines are open, 766-9480. The Marriott celebrating 50 years, over 1,000 rooms. There's only a handful of hotels in New Orleans that have over 1,000 rooms. Name one, and I've got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate for you. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 504-766-9480. 504-766-9480. Mobile, Alabama is about to explode. Maybe like in about the next 5 to 7 years or so. It looks like finally they're going to build a bridge over the Mobile River and a new Jubilee Parkway linking Mobile to, what's that, Spanish Fort, Mobile County to Baldwin County, I think. It's a $2.7 billion deal. And I think there's about 10% of it coming from Alabama. There's about 5% of it coming from the feds. And then there's going to be a toll. And for 18-wheelers, it's going to be a big toll. And if you don't want to pay the toll, you can exit and take other bridges. There's one up north that you can take. It's kind of part of the, essentially, it's like part of the interstate loop in Mobile. Off of 65, they still have like the Bankhead Tunnel. There's another local tunnel. I think there's another local bridge. They're all a little off the beaten path. You got to exit. Might put you 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes out of the way, but you won't have to pay the toll. I think for like 18-wheelers, it's like $30. It's going to be like 15 or something if they pay in advance. It could be as little as like $1 for local residents. There's all kind of things they're talking about doing, but a toll is the only way it's going to happen. I've talked about this for years, probably a decade, this particular topic. And not because, man, I go to the beach and sometimes, I get caught by the tunnel coming back from Florida, at Mobile. That's happened. I know the gimmick. I look on the GPS. I'll exit north on Spanish Fort by that Bass Pro Shop and come the old highway and go through the Bankhead Tunnel downtown and get back on the interstate that way. I've done all that. It is an inconvenience. It's interstate going from 4 lanes down to 2 in downtown Mobile, 4 or 5 lanes down to 2. And then that Jubilee Parkway, the kind of causeway that links Mobile to the eastern shore, they're kind of Mobile's north shore, the eastern shore. It's like the old, pre-New Orleans east to Slidell I-10, just down low on the water, 2 lanes in each direction, barely a shoulder. No, they're going to build 3 lanes in each direction. You're going to have a big shoulder, hurricane evacuation route, brand new bridge, suspension bridge, beautiful bridge that's going to be kind of part of the, skyline of Mobile. It's going to modernize, reinvent that city, just the image. And then they're already doing a lot of things that are more forward than New Orleans. Right now, Mobile, containers at their port, surpassing what New Orleans does. Mobile, Alabama, container port. We got folks down in Violet and St. Bernard that are against the port complex. I mean, New Orleans can't get out of its own way. Birmingham, Alabama, the northern city in Alabama, Birmingham, has almost as many people in the metro area as New Orleans. New Orleans is 1.2 something million, and Birmingham's 1.1 something million. There are about 100,000 folks, maybe 80,000 folks less than New Orleans in the metro Birmingham area. So little Birmingham, Alabama is basically the same size as metro New Orleans now. So, yeah, I wouldn't doubt if Mobile, Alabama explodes when they build that new bridge over the Mobile River coupled with a new Jubilee Parkway, that stretch going to the eastern shore. $2.7 billion. That's a transformational project. That's what I talk about every Friday with Michael Heck from Greater New Orleans, Inc., and you can bet I'll be bringing that up with him tomorrow. All this federal stimulus money I've talked about, Mississippi River Bridge at Chalmette, Florida Avenue Expressway, Interstate Loop, New Orleans, one of the few cities in America without an interstate loop. Hook the Earhart Expressway up to everything, through the airport to the I-310, the Earhart Expressway. The UEP Long Bridge, hook it to the Earhart Expressway, hook it to the future I-49 that's supposed to be the West Bank Expressway. Let's get the ball rolling on all this. Let's dig retention ponds all over the city, where we're draining like a golf course does. Oh, rain's coming. Let's lower the water table on all our ponds so when it rains, they can fill up. Oh, rain's coming to New Orleans? Let's lower the water table in all of our retention ponds so when it rains, those fill up. And then it's a half inch, an inch an hour the first hour, and then a half inch every hour after that. Applies to retention ponds. We're draining retention ponds instead of neighborhoods. That was from like 2005. Let's do something that's transformational to the city. Something major. Mobile, Alabama's about to do it, and it will transform that city. What's that, Blue Boy? Nearly $3 billion of infrastructure tends to do that. You're right, Blue Boy, and you're just a basset hound. It's amazing. What else, buddy? 5 o'clock power hour next. 93.9 FM, 107.9 FM, New Orleans. Corey Johnson with you. Blue Boy's right. The 5 o'clock power hour is next. A lot to discuss. Don't move.
Hi, this is Joey Helm. My dad, Bunky Helm, had a vision of a locally family-owned store serving the residential and commercial paint needs of New Orleans. I think Dad would be proud of today's Helm Paint and Decorating, and here's why. We have the best technical staff in the business, providing the best color matching service in Southeast Louisiana. Perfect matching for any color and any brand. And we'll save your colors so you don't have to save those old cans. Helm Paint offers free 2-hour delivery. Our in-store decorators will assist you on deciding what color and type of paint to best showcase your home. But most importantly, as your local independent Benjamin Moore dealer, our products provide the greatest value in the paint industry. Superior coverage, and Benjamin Moore paint simply covers better and lasts longer. New Orleans is a city of vibrant color, and no one else provides the paints of New Orleans like Helm Paint and Decorating. Visit any of our 6 locations or online at helmpaint.com.
Helm Paint, let us do you right. Helm Paint and Supply.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Rouse's, New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's has the only full-service grocery stores both in the French Quarter on Royal Street and in the CBD on Baronne in the old Sewell Cadillac building. The Rouse's on the river, Tchoupitoulas at Napoleon, is in a century-old warehouse. And uptown on Ferret at the corner of Valence is Rouse's all-new boutique store. With 7 locations in Orleans Parish, Rouse's is New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's Markets. Taste like home.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
When you think of Fury's Restaurant in Metairie, you think about their daily lunch specials like red beans and rice, black-eyed peas, white butter beans, liver and onions. Daily lunch specials. Fury's Restaurant in Metairie. The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
For home surveillance, it's Tommy's Lock and Alarm. With smart home technology, control lights, locks, cameras, thermostat, and your alarm, all from your phone or laptop. Smart, safe, secure. Tommy's Lock and Alarms. Google them.
Where can you find shish kebab in New Orleans? Lamb, beef, chicken, shrimp, plus all your other Mediterranean favorites. Lebanon's Cafe on the streetcar line. Lunch, dinner, and shish kebab. Lebanon's Cafe.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes, a magazine as unique as you.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like
A wonder
Bullwinkle.
of jets in an open sky, a streak of gray, and a cheerful...
Cartoons in the late 60s and 70s were for kids and adults. A lot of them were on prime time.
You'll know it's time for the adventure.
I mean, maybe more for the adults than the kids. Bullwinkle was great. I loved it as a kid. And, no, I don't watch it all the time today, but if I landed on it or it popped up, I'd watch a little bit. I find it highly entertaining. So many sub-cartoons within Bullwinkle, too.
I'm coming as fast as I can.
Okay. Yeah, you right. 5 o'clock power hour is upon us. On a little wet and rainy Thursday afternoon, no big deal. Keeps the temperatures down. Corey Johnson with you. Thanks so much for joining us. Thanks for finding us. Oh, so fine. 93.9 FM. Oh, so fine. 93.9 FM. Thanks for finding us on TV. Till 5:30 on Cox Channel 4, Spectrum Channel 333. Hey, we're on YouTube. You can check out the program live on YouTube. Why don't you go to our YouTube channel? Please click to subscribe. Spread the word. Tell your friends. Send them the link. Check out Corey's show, 4 to 6 o'clock, 2 hours live on YouTube. Live from the Buddy Diliberto River City's Total Maintenance Studios. Got a good one lined up for you this 5 o'clock power hour. If you missed the 4 o'clock hour, you missed Joe Raspanti. He joined us commenting on D.A. Jason Williams, acquitted on all charges. D.A. Jason Williams found not guilty on all 10 federal tax fraud counts. Jason Williams not guilty on all 10 counts. He will keep his law license. He will continue to be DA. Jason Williams, hopefully ready to hunker back down into the gig and fight violent crime in New Orleans, one of our most pressing needs. DA Jason Williams acquitted on all charges, not guilty on all 10 federal tax fraud counts. Cassie Sherm is an investigative reporter with Channel 6, and she has done a masterful job. There's a reporter with Fox 8. These young female reporters are, doing their job. I don't know if it's, hey, this is a stepping stone market. I'm looking to go to Atlanta. I'm looking to D.C. I'm looking to the East Coast, California. I have no idea. But they're asking the right questions. The questions that need to be asked of the mayor, the mayor's communications director. Communications directors addressing the media. This is strictly about surveillance. The mayor signed the letting surveillance technology be used, other policing technologies be used. We're talking about that only. And the media wanted to talk about the trip. And this spokesman just turns her head, starts looking at her phone, and ignores the questions, which here's one that's sort of revealing. One of the media members asked, is the mayor going later in the month? And I'm assuming we're in late July. It would be August. And I thought that, what did I say last hour, not knowing any of this? I read verbally the question. Is the mayor going to be going to Africa for a sister city trip. And I just thought that was just an arbitrary, out of left field question. And then the response was, we have no comment on that. Instead of, what are you talking about? Where do you come up with that? No, not going to Africa and not going to Australia either. But no answer like that. No comment. And then I hear the audio fully, and is the mayor going to that sister city celebration in Africa next month or this month? So apparently there's some leak that there's something going on. Let me put you this way. From just a little bit I'm hearing and reading, I would strongly think that in August, the mayor will be going to Africa, somewhere in Africa, some country in Africa, on the continent of Africa, to sign a sister city agreement in August. Boy, the summer of 2022, a lifetime of vacation memories for the mayor, all on the city's dime. It's mind-blowing. Switzerland, French Riviera, Singapore, maybe Africa coming up. By the way, Cassie Sherm of Channel 6 doing a public records request. Her, along with the investigative team, Travers Mackel, Channel 6, they want the Switzerland, they want the French Riviera numbers, how much the city spent. The only thing they received, this was yesterday, the plane ticket, the flight for the mayor only. The mayor only. The mayor's flight from New Orleans to Switzerland and back, because 3 of the 4 legs, only New Orleans to Atlanta, did the mayor not fly first class. And that may not have been available or offered. $10,000 plane ticket. The mayor's flight to Switzerland and back, $10,000. I'm not making this up. 10 grand. You want the exact number? $9,810.07. So what's that? $189.93, less than $200, less than $190 from 10 grand. So we're going to call the 9810 10 grand. Hey, dude, how much did it cost you to do the sheetrock and paint that part of your house? It was 10 grand. Here's the receipt. Oh, no, the receipt says 9,810. Do you mind if we round it up to $10,000 for the mayor to fly from New Orleans to Switzerland and back? Because 3 of the 4 legs, she flew first class. Also, it was reported that her 3 staffers that went with her flew coach. How can they brainstorm? What a great question by one of the media members. How can the mayor brainstorm if she's in first class and her 3 administrators are in coach, back in coach? Hey, y'all go coach flight. I'm doing first class, y'all. Gonna get those drinks, that lobster, lay flat bed. $10,000 plane ticket. How much is the hotel room going to be? Food, time spent in Switzerland, and it was short because you had to get back for Essence. It was like a 4-day trip. Who goes to Europe for 4 or 5 days? When you go to Europe, because the flight's a pain in the rear end, you stay a week, you stay 10 days, you stay 2 weeks. No one goes to Europe for 4 or 5 days. The mayor did because she ain't paying for it. That's how stuff works when you're not paying for it. Like a sailor at port, just hammered. It's throwing the money everywhere. $10,000 plane ticket. Flying essentially first class the whole time. No, not coach. I'm not paying for this. It's on the city dime. Let me watch the dollars. It's not my money. The opposite mentality with the mayor. No, it's not my money. It's the city's money I'm going to spend. And now there could be an African junket coming next month, another sister city agreement. Mind-blowing. Good job, Cassie Sherm with Channel 6. The mayor and 3 flunkies from the office going to Switzerland. The mayor's plane ticket alone, 10 grand. That's the only expense we know so far, but Cassie Sherm's going to try to get more information, not only on Switzerland, but French Riviera. I already checked out flights to Singapore and back from New Orleans. First class is in between $20,000 and $25,000. So if the mayor takes the same mentality as the Switzerland trip and books first class for herself to go to Singapore, it's going to be about a $25,000 flight. Absolutely insane. I mean, you can buy a police cruiser for that, and you get it forever. You own it, City of New Orleans. It's your police cruiser. 25 grand gets you 6 months of an NOPD officer on the streets. 6 months of pay. Absolutely crazy, obnoxious, obscene, rude. 10 grand flying first class. Have you flown first class in your life? I know some of you have. A lot of you have not. I've flown a pretty good amount. I've never flown first class, believe it or not, in my life. Never flown first class. I've flown on a private jet before with an affluent, well-to-do individual or someone that had the, rent a jet thing. But I've never flown first class on a commercial flight in my life. I would say most people haven't. The mayor, 3 of the 4 legs, Switzerland and back, first class, $10,000 ticket. First class is expensive. What can I say? I'll tell you what's not expensive, helm, paint, and decorating. Expensive, the so-called coating companies. Using a paint, elastomeric, that's not revolutionary. It's just expensive. It's a rubberized paint. The world's most expensive home painting company, the so-called coating companies. When you want to paint in New Orleans and do it right, Helm Paint and Decorating, they'll steer you in the right direction. Lifetime paint, you'll never, ever paint again. From Benjamin Moore. When you got to paint in Metro New Orleans, you go to people you know, the local guys you trust for over 50 years. Helm Paint and Decorating, 7 locations.
Trey Yen in Mandeville. A New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, fuller part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamar team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamar Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the calamari fritti or spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch Monday to Friday, dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets, a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Young's Dry Cleaning with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
The city's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa with 4 area locations: New Orleans, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and Metairie. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. NOLA.woodhousespas.com.
For over 30 years, one of the premier security companies in New Orleans and South Louisiana has been Tommy's Lock and Alarms. And right now, Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring. Come and work for one of the best security companies in the region with great pay, great benefits, and a take-home vehicle. Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring, and they're looking for you. To apply for one of these coveted positions, go online to tommyslockandalarms.com. Tommy's Lock and Alarms.
Super discount store in Chalmette.
3235 Paris Road.
The lowest price allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and beer.
Worth the drive from anywhere.
If you're throwing a party and need wine, alcohol, and cold beer, Super discount store in Chalmette.
Yeah, you right. Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson back at you on a Thursday edition of the program. A little wet and rainy out there. Hey, don't forget about Katie's in Mid-City, lunch and dinner. Boy, the quintessential New Orleans restaurant, huh? Old school New Orleans specialties, big portions, great for sharing. A taste of New Orleans. Katie's in Mid-City. And you folks out in Harahan, the Katie's of Harahan is Bienvenue, bringing a little mid-city New Orleans flavor to Hickory Avenue. Yeah, Scott Craig, Katie's, Scott Craig, Bienvenue. Yeah, the Katie's of Harahan. You don't forget Katie's. Corey Johnson with you on a Thursday afternoon. Yeah, you right. DA Jason Williams found not guilty on all 10 tax fraud counts, acquitted on all charges. Jason Williams is a free man. Well, he wasn't never not free, but boy, the last few days, jury deliberations, that had to just be some trying times. Something totally out of your control. You have no idea what's going down. You could lose your law license. You're not going to be DA anymore. Just your life turned beyond upside down. And now everything's fine. Jason Williams can run for mayor. It's just everything's fine. What a crazy few days, especially with the jury deliberations, but few weeks and few months, really, for DA Jason Williams. Now he can get back to work and take on some of New Orleans' biggest problems, crime fighting. This should be a crime. The mayor's ticket, plane ticket, because she flew 3 of the 4 legs, the majority of the flight, first class. $10,000 for the mayor's ticket alone to Switzerland and back. She did bring 3 office administrators. They all flew coach. I'm just assuming if the mayor's ticket's $10,000 for first class, those coach tickets are $3,500 a pop. You could roughly say another $10,000 in plane tickets, my guess. Forget about my guess. And the 3 coach flights for the 3 office administrators for the Switzerland trip. The mayor's flight from New Orleans to Switzerland, Switzerland and New Orleans, $10,000. And she didn't try to save money and fly coach the whole way, the opposite. Tighten me up in first class. And worse, the city, the mayor, very unorganized apparently, or this was a last minute thing, not planned. What can we get away with? The ticket was purchased like a week or 2 before the trip. Late, very expensive, and from a Metairie travel agency. That's another strange one, a Metairie travel agency. Weird. Anyway, Cassie Sherm with Channel 6 investigative reporter doing a great job. Public records request. On the Switzerland trip, all the expenses. On the French Riviera trip, all the expenses. They've got nothing at all yet on the French Riviera trip, and all they're getting right now is that one single plane ticket of the mayor's. 10 grand. $9,800, $9,810.07. $9,800, 10 grand for the mayor's plane ticket alone. Just something beyond wrong with that. The mayor just does not care. We'll find out more. Today was great too. Just the mayor's communications director visiting with the media. All she wanted to talk about was the mayor signing the, police tech, being able to use facial recognition technology and like all that NOLA coalition stuff that barely got passed by the council. The mayor signed off on that. That's all the communications director wanted to talk about, not the flight. And then one reporter asked, is the mayor planning on going next month to that sister city celebration in Africa? So I would say within the next couple of weeks, the mayor will be on yet another junket after the Singapore trip this weekend and going into next week. Within a few short weeks, she will be on another junket to some sister city signing in Africa somewhere. The mayor simply does not stop. The summer of 2022 for the mayor is just going to be a summer full of vacationing, travel, memories, a lifetime of memories. Switzerland, French Riviera, Singapore, maybe Africa a second time. Went to Ghana a few years ago, remember? That brought lots of jobs and lots of dollars to the city. It's amazing. The mayor just doesn't care. It is city-financed vacation. And this ordinance that the city council is coming up with, I think that's great, and I want to see that put into place. But that's not going to stop the mayor. She's going to, it's what do you define as non-essential? Hey, y'all, the council and I have a difference of opinion on what's essential and not. I'm worried about y'all. I'm worried about the city, getting that name out there. So I think it's really essential. You're going to tell me the city's not essential? You're going to tell me the people in New Orleans aren't essential? I disagree with the council. It's going to be that kind of BS spin. And then the council is going to be like, no, you going to Singapore for this mayor convention that you could do from afar, Zoom, find out about anything from afar. You're no expert on anything to be speaking there. They didn't come to you as you're claiming. Every week there's a mayor's convention somewhere in the world. Every week. They want mayors to go, especially if the mayor pays their own way. It's obnoxious. No, she is on a junket tear, Junket Cantrelle. I mean, even my wildest imagination, I never thought it would be like this. Seriously. Never thought it would be like this. She just does not care and is flipping the middle finger to everybody in New Orleans. Screw you. Especially you poor black folks in the 7th, 8th, 9th Ward that are struggling with north of 50% of the city's violent crime. Screw you. You struggle with your energy bill. You worry about your sewage and water board. You worry about crime. You worry about your kids or grandkids going to a public school in a month. I'm going first class to Switzerland. 10 grand for my ticket. What would you do with $10,000? I'll tell you what I did with it. I flew to Switzerland first class and back. And then the French Riviera. And then Singapore. And maybe Africa next month. Does not care about you. Those are the folks most adversely affected. A lot of folks, especially affluent white folks in Uptown, Lakeview, they shrug it off. It's not affecting their life too much. They're not living paycheck to paycheck, wondering where the next dollar's coming in, worrying about violent crime. It's crazy. Rouse's Markets phone lines are open, 504-766-9480. 504-766-9480. The Marriott Hotel on Canal Street, celebrating 50 years in New Orleans. They opened their doors in 1972. They're lighting up the building, a big 50 with rooms lit up 50. You can see it. Probably 10 stories of the 42-story building lit up with a big 50 at the top. That Marriott has over 1,000 rooms. Name some other New Orleans mega hotels that have over 1,000 rooms. Give me the answer to that. One hotel's got over 1,500. One. Give me the answer to that. I got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. You got the answer. You're heading to the Woodhouse. 4 area locations, Mid-City, New Orleans, Metairie near North Kenner. They're on the North Shore in Slidell. Coming soon, North Shore to Mandeville, and they're in Baton Rouge by the Mall of Louisiana. Check them out at nola.woodhousespas.com. Name me one of the handful of New Orleans hotels with over 1,000 rooms. Rouse's Market phone lines, 504-766-9480. 766-9480. Hey, best quality, best price, best selection for over 60 years, over 60 Rouse's Markets. Talk about convenience. There's one in your neighborhood or right next door to your neighborhood. The latest any of those Rouse's opens in the morning, 7 a.m. The earliest any of those Rouse's closes, 10 p.m. Some open earlier, some stay open later. Rouse's Markets tastes like home. Let's head to the phone lines. Rouse's Markets phone lines to participate in the program. 504-766-9480. 766-9480. To Marrera, the best bank. Stalvin Malvin. What's happening, bro?
Hey, Corey, I was just listening to everything you said about Mayor Cantrelle, and the more and more you talk about it, the more and more it cranks me up. I'd just like to make a couple of statements here.
All right.
Mayor Cantrelle is supposed to be going to Singapore to speak to people. What is she going to tell them about the lousy city that we have? She can't spell leadership. She's cocky. She's arrogant to people. She can't get the garbage picked up. She can't fix the streets. She can't unstop the drains with hurricane season coming because we don't have enough pump trucks to do it. She can't get along with the council members. She can't protect people in the quarter. Crime is out of control. 2.5-hour response time. How about that? In the murder capital of the world, and not enough emergency people. And can't pick up truants who become thugs. Can't pick right people in administration. Can't stop 13 and 15-year-olds from becoming thugs. Not once has she ever admitted that there is a serious criminal problem here. You know, she calls a guy that stole $1 million from the library a special person in New Orleans. And not once have I heard her tell the parents of these young thugs that they are responsible for their kids. Where are these thugs' daddies? I'll tell you where they are. Follow the money. No daddies, more money for single parents. Find out how much money are we spending at University Hospital to gunshot victims to be treated. New Orleans is dead. We just haven't put the obituary in the newspaper. And Corey, I used to love to listen to your dad. What would he have to say about all this going on right now?
Marvin and Marrero, thanks so much for the call. I pretty much agree with almost every single thing Marvin said. He was on a tear there, just going through all the low lights of LaToya, the Destroyer Cantrelle. Thank you, Marvin and Marrero. Thanks for the call. Didn't mean to roll you up, Marvin. Just, tell it like it is. No, it sucks. It's not happy stuff. I wish I was saying, boy, the mayor got Microsoft to come and they're taking over 10 floors of a building in the CBD and it's going to be 300 jobs. Average salary, $110,000 each, something like that. A lot of young people coming to the city, putting their roots down, maybe get married, kids, get the whole thing going again. No, instead, Cassie Sherm, the investigative reporter with Channel 6, doing a great job peppering the mayor and the mayor's communications director with the proper questions. And then a public records request on the Switzerland trip, the French Riviera trip. The only thing they've received so far, and they're going to get more and it's going to get ugly, but they did receive the mayor's flight, her itinerary, New Orleans to Switzerland, Switzerland back to New Orleans. 3 of the 4 legs, the mayor flew first class. Only New Orleans to Atlanta to start the trip either wasn't available or maybe isn't even offered. That's the only leg of that trip she flew coach. The other 3, first class. $10,000 plane ticket. Have you ever purchased a plane ticket for yourself and it was $10,000? 10 grand for plane ticket for the mayor alone. I mean, there are rich people, not middle class, rich people. They'll go on a family trip. They're not spending 10 grand on all the plane tickets and they're flying coach. And they can afford first class. They're rich, they're wealthy, but they're watching their money because it's their money. They earned it. The mayor's spending taxpayer money and she does not care. Doesn't care so much where she's not even, first off, the trip's a joke. But then she's going to fly first class, not coach. Her 3 flunkies in her administration that went with her, they flew coach. Boy, a lot of brainstorming you got done on those long legs of those flights. Could have got so much done for the important trip to highlight the city of New Orleans. But it's a vacation. It's a junket by definition. 10 grand for the mayor's flight from New Orleans to Switzerland and Switzerland back. Hotel room, all that. Plus, the mayor stayed like 4 or 5 days. No one goes to Europe for 4 or 5 days. No one. Had to get back for Essence. She dance, she shake, she move. It's LaToya the Destroyer Cantrelle. And then, boom, right back to the French Riviera. Out of her friggin' mind. I done warns you, but, you know, I nail this stuff all the time. These hack politicians we vote for, people are sick. There's a problem. You know, I mentioned that Habana Outpost, the proposed restaurant on Esplanade and Rampart. There are homeowners that live behind it with the no Habana Outpost sign. Their houses are getting taxed at like $300-400 grand. They're like $2 million homes. These folks feel they're entitled. They feel like I'm what's great about New Orleans. I'm what's good about New Orleans. They feel confident in that. And they're exactly what's wrong with New Orleans. These rich folks, entitlement folks with legal connections, maybe they're lawyers themselves, got mommy or daddy's money, have time to bog down the system, lawsuits and the like. And this Meenan guy is just a great guy, has a Habana Outpost in Brooklyn, California, Middle East, I think. Loves New Orleans, bought a house on Esplanade, kids in school in New Orleans, loves New Orleans. He's in it for the long haul. Most New Orleanians would have thrown in the towel. Anyone from out of town would have thrown in the towel. The city's basically saying, screw you with all these lawsuits and stuff, and not intervening and giving the guy the green light. Finally, the guy's getting the green light. Can't wait to go there. I'm going to just lay on my horn in front of those people's house. Seriously. Bunch of jerks that live behind that future Habana Outpost. But those people feel they're right. Deep in their soul, they're right. They're what's good about New Orleans. They're trying to save New Orleans. You have that same problem with black folks and white folks and Republicans and Democrats. They feel so right and they got it correct and everybody else is wrong and they're righteous and everybody else is not and their way's the best way and there's no flexibility and, you know, they got the blinders on. Black and white and Republican and Democrat, just that's so important to cling to that in New Orleans. It really is. It just bogs down everything. Just bogs down everything. No, it's sickening. Just this mentality like I know what's right. And no flexibility. That's what I love about this NOLA coalition. I'm going to talk to Michael Hecht about this tomorrow, about expanding beyond just the crime thing. Let's come up with like 10, 12, 15 common sense things that everybody's in agreement with and jam it down the council and the mayor's throat. The crime thing passed because it's a consensus. This is what the city wants. Look at this gumbo coalition. Old, young, black, white, gay, straight, Latino, Asian. It's just male, female. It's the city of New Orleans. You can look at the picture. It is the city of New Orleans. The politicians have to react or they won't get elected. No, we need to expand this NOLA coalition. I'm going to talk to Michael Hecht about that tomorrow. Hey, Young's Dry Cleaning, over 80 years of excellence. Walk-up locations with personal service, free pickup and delivery. And Young's Express, their manless locker locations. Manless locker locations all over the city. You dump off your dirty stuff. A few short days later, you pick it all up, perfectly dry clean. Find out more about this New Orleans institution, youngsdrycleaning.com, youngsdrycleaning.com. I'm also going to talk to Michael Heck tomorrow about this $2.7 billion Mobile River Bridge and New Jubilee Parkway connecting Mobile to the Eastern Shore. A transformative project for Mobile, Alabama. I'm going to talk to Michael Hecht about how we get something transformative for New Orleans. Something transformative for New Orleans. DA Jason Williams found guilty. Oh, excuse me. Whoa. Correct that. Not guilty. I didn't mean to slip. DA Jason Williams found not guilty on all 10 federal tax fraud counts. Acquitted on all charges. Jason Williams found not guilty on all 10 charges. Tonight, the Lakefront Management District will vote on the Pontchartrain Beach Foundation's $15 million project to redo Pontchartrain Beach. Their proposal includes a $5 entrance fee for kids, $10 for adults, money strictly to be used to maintain the beach. This is a nonprofit. You're doing something for $15 million. You need income to maintain the $15 million. So I don't have a problem with that at all. Corey Johnson with you on a Thursday afternoon. Hey, Art and Eyes is with you on Magazine. These glasses, I got them at Art and Eyes on Magazine. My prescription sunglasses, I got them at Art and Eyes on Magazine. I've been wearing prescription glasses for over 40 years. These glasses I got, and my sunglasses about a year ago at Art and Eyes, more compliments on these two pairs of glasses than all the glasses I've owned in my life. And I'm not kidding or exaggerating. I get compliments on my glasses like once a week, all the time. And it's like they're a year old now for me, but they're brand new for someone seeing, and it makes them feel brand new to me. I love when people are complimenting my glasses. I got them at Art and Eyes on Magazine. If you wear prescription eyewear, you like just wearing eyewear as like a fashion statement, you need some sunglasses without a prescription. The best high-quality eyewear. You won't find anything better anywhere. It's not Luxottica. It's not at the mall. It's world-class designers, France, Belgium, Japan, Germany, the United States. They're on Magazine in between Napoleon and Louisiana. Art and Eyes.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
My Sittu, that's Arabic for grandmother, used to make the best football kibbe. You can experience kibbe just like my grandmother used to make, and so many other Middle Eastern favorites on the streetcar line, Lebanon's Cafe.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latram.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
At Home Paint and Decorating, our paints are in it for the long haul. In fact, our top Benjamin exterior paints come with a lifetime warranty. Not 25 years, not 50 years, we mean forever. You heard right. At Helm Paint, our top exterior paints have a lifetime warranty against chipping, peeling, and flaking. They also are mildew resistant. Imagine painting your home one time and being done with it. Visit any one of our locations today and make that once-in-a-lifetime purchase. Paint that has a lifetime warranty. Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, the premier day spa experience, is now more convenient than ever. Now open, the Woodhouse Day Spa, Metairie location, West Esplanade at Transcontinental. Metairie and Kenner's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof. Now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anywhere. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
Tommy's Lock and Alarms is now hiring service and installation technicians. Great benefits, great pay, take-home vehicle. Apply today. Tommy'sLockandAlarms.com. Rouse's, New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's has the only full-service grocery stores both in the French Quarter on Royal Street and in the CBD on Baronne in the old Sewell Cadillac building. The Rouse's on the river, Tchoupitoulas at Napoleon, is in a century-old warehouse. And uptown on Ferret at the corner of Valence is Rouse's all-new boutique store. With 7 locations in Orleans Parish, Rouse's is New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's Markets. Taste like home.
When you think of Fury's restaurant in Metairie, you think about the freshest local seafood anywhere. Shrimp, oysters, speckled trout, flounder, snapper, soft shells, crawfish. Fury's restaurant in Metairie.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes, a magazine as unique as you.
Hey y'all, it's the mayor, Junket Cantrelle. The nickname Teety, we got rid of that one, y'all. Call me Junket Cantrelle, cause you know, every few weeks I get a little itch and I say to myself, what exotic location can I go to now? And the best part, it's on the city's dime. You get those perks when you're mayor. You just got to come up with some excuse like signing a sister city agreement or going to Ghana to get some sand in trade. And you know these junkets don't bring a single dollar or a single job to the city. I had a good time. I'm Junket Cantrelle, doing the job for you.
Paid for by the Junket Cantrelle campaign.
Yeah, you right. Corey Johnson back at you on a Thursday afternoon. Hey, Lebanon's Cafe is open. Some of the best Middle Eastern food you'll have anywhere. Lamb chops and shish kebab and all your favorite Middle Eastern sides like tabbouleh, baba ganoush, hummus, mujedra, fried football kibbe. So good. Lebanon's Cafe, the Carrollton section of Uptown, in between Claiborne's and the Riverbend on Carrollton, where Carrollton's one lane, right by the streetcar barn, under the oak trees. Big green awning, you can't miss it. Lebanon's Cafe. Hey, you old Jefferson, old Metairie folks, if you can make it to Causeway and River Road, you're less than 5 minutes from Lebanon's Cafe. Not 7, 10, 11 minutes, less than 5 with grandma driving. if you get to River Road and Causeway. Lebanon's Cafe. It's right down River Road, across the tracks, Oak Street to Carrollton, hook a left, 3 blocks down on your left, Carrollton at Jeanette. Lebanon's Cafe. Yummy. DA Jason Williams found not guilty. Not guilty on all 10 tax fraud accounts. Acquitted on all charges. Now DA Jason Williams can get back to work being the DA and hopefully get off the woke ideology and start putting violent criminals away. Mayor Latoya Cantrelle, a public records request from Channel 6 on the Switzerland trip. They did get the mayor's flight itinerary and costs. $9,800, $10,000 for the mayor to fly from New Orleans to Switzerland, Switzerland to New Orleans. 3 of the 4 legs, she flew first class. That's why it was $10,000. And no brainstorming with the 3 hacks from her office she brought with her because she subjected them to coach travel in the back of the plane. So they're flying coach. She's flying first class by herself. Lay flat bed, drinks, lobster, the whole 9 yards. $10,000 for just the mayor's flight. Billed to the city of New Orleans. Taxpayers paid for that very important flight for the mayor to go to Switzerland and Kona to sign a sister city deal. Ancona or Ancora? Ascona. Ascona. My bad. Ascona. I just said my bad, which I hate. Anyway, that's vitally important. Comes back to New Orleans for Essence, beelines to the French Riviera to do it again. Now she's off to Singapore for another junket. And then someone asked the mayor's spokesman, is the mayor going to that sister city signing next month in Africa? So the mayor might be headed to Africa in the next few weeks on yet another junket. Mind-blowing, mind-boggling. Just spending taxpayer money. $10,000 for just the flight. $10,000 could have done a lot. Fighting crime, hiring people to clean up the city, painting something that has graffiti, cutting some neutral grounds. How about striping some streets, putting reflectors and stripes down on streets, even if they're full of potholes? How about fixing some potholes? $10,000 could have fixed a lot of potholes. The mayor does not care, especially for you black folks that live in the 7th, 8th, 9th Ward. 50+% of the city's violent crime in those 3 areas. The mayor's flipping you the finger. I'm going to Switzerland. I'm going to French Riviera. I'm going to Singapore. Going to Africa. I'm going to places you could never dream of. The mayor's just travel. The summer of 2022. Just a lifetime of memories for the mayor and not a penny or job created for the city of New Orleans. A junkets by definition. That's why her nickname is Junket Cantrelle. Get used to it. Junket Cantrelle. Tonight, the Lakefront Management District will vote on the Pontchartrain Beach Foundation's $15 million project to redo Pontchartrain Beach. They want an admission charge, $5 for kids, $10 for adults. Has to be. New Orleans, we're infamous for fixing something finally and then not having money in place to maintain what we fixed, and it falling apart ends up being a big waste. If you redo Pontchartrain Beach for $15 million, you need money to maintain it. So hopefully this passes, and hopefully Lincoln Beach is next. Hopefully Lincoln Beach is next. Hey, Latrim, the global manufacturing giant, they're hiring right now. You East Bankers, you West Bankers, Latrim's hiring at their Elmwood facility. You North Shore folks, Latrim's Hammond facility is hiring. A culture of innovation, and they're looking for you. Not just a job, a career at Latrim. Go to their website, Latrim, spelled L-A-I-T-R-A-M, Latrim.com. Go to their website for a full listing of positions available right now. Latrim.com.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamar team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamar Ford. We became number one for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all of the time.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
For over 30 years, one of the premier security companies in New Orleans and South Louisiana has been Tommy's Lock and Alarms. And right now, Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring. Come and work for one of the best security companies in the region, with great pay, great benefits, and a take-home vehicle. Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring, and they're looking for you. To apply for one of these coveted positions, go online to tommyslockанdalarms.com. Tommy's Lock and Alarms.
Which Metro New Orleans area restaurant made CNN's top 50 in America and ThrillList.com's top 25 and has served presidents at the White House for over 40 years? Trey Yen in Mandeville.
Super discount store in Chalmette.
3235 Paris Road.
The lowest price allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and beer.
Worth the drive from anywhere.
If you're throwing a party and need wine, alcohol, and cold beer, super discount store in Chalmette.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating.
Yeah. Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
The city's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa with 4 area locations: New Orleans, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and Metairie. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. NOLA.woodhousespas.com.
When you think of Fury's restaurant in Metairie, you think about the freshest local seafood anywhere. Shrimp, oysters, speckled trout, flounder, snapper, soft shells, crawfish. Fury's restaurant in Metairie.
This is what Drew Brees thinks about Super Discount Store in Chalmette. Actually, Brees doesn't think at all about Super Discount Store, but they do have the lowest prices allowed by Louisiana law for beer, alcohol, and wine. Super Discount Store in Chalmette. Super Discount Store!
Yeah, you right. Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson with you on a Thursday afternoon. Another nice day in New Orleans. Got some rain, thunder showers rolling in different parts of town. Some folks got crushed with rain. Other folks, not a drop of rain. Sunny in the morning, you go to lunch. Lunch is over, it starts raining. The typical New Orleans summer forecast continues. Kind of looks like the same thing over the next few days, week plus. big story of the day, a couple of them. DA Jason Williams found not guilty on all 10 federal tax fraud counts. Not guilty. DA Jason Williams acquitted on all 10 charges. Not guilty. DA Jason Williams. Mayor LaToya Cantrelle, a public records request from the investigative team at Channel 6. They are trying to get information on the mayor's Switzerland trip and her French Riviera trip, both those sister city signing agreements. They did get one little piece of the Switzerland trip. The mayor's travel costs, just the flight, not hotel, no spending, simply the flight. And because the mayor's a little greedy, to say the least, she flew first class on 3 of the 4 legs. She put the 3 staffers, the 3 hacks from her office, in coach. Her flight was $9,810. $98.10, about $190 short of $10,000. Real money to fly to Switzerland and back, where she stayed like 4 or 5 days. You don't go to Europe for 4 or 5 days. Come on. The mayor flew first class. Her plane ticket alone, $10,000. How much was the French Riviera ticket? And was that first class? The Singapore flight. You want to know how much to fly to Singapore first class? In between $20,000 and $25,000. And then there are rumors that the mayor could be going to Africa next month for another sister city signing. Really? It doesn't stop. What, Blue Boy? They're called junkets for a reason. You're right, Blue Boy. You're right. Thanks, Jason. Thanks for watching and listening. Mañana, Fantasy Friday, 93.9 FM New Orleans. See you then.